Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kim Smalls, and today we're making this full AF half wig using Amazon bundles. I only paid like maybe 115 for 4 different bundles, so let's just go ahead and hop into this video. Alright, so I use a mesh dome cap, like I said, some curly bundles from Amazon, and needle and thread. You can get this from your local hair store or Amazon. T-pins. And right now I'm showing you guys Ivy's flip over method and how she did her half wig. And basically I'm using the same layout. And so yeah, if you guys don't know about Ivy, she created this method back in the early 2010s, I believe. I've been watching her for a long time on how to construct a wig. I used to do this back when I was in college because I didn't have money to go get my hair done, so I would make my own wigs and sew them on. So this is just kind of like a trip down memory lane. So right now I'm just making lines every inch or so using my measuring tape, because I did measure my head before I started making this wig. Because it is a half wig, it doesn't go all the way over your head. It goes a little bit after your hairline. So right here I kind of messed up. Ivy's was a lot smaller of the vertical lines, but I still made it work, so can you. Alright, so first off, I do use 2 wefts. I didn't really show you guys because this is my first time making a video like this, but this is the first bundle. I'm sewing it down. I go under and I wrap around 2 times and then I pull the needle. And I just kind of make sure it's tight. And I do it again. Now, I am sewing on the band and you guys can't really tell, but I go up under that first layer of fabric before that little stretchy band, because if you sew on that band, you will not be able to move your wig cap to stretch out. So, you know, this is my first time making this video. I'm going to grow, and I hope you guys grow with me, but I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So again, I'm just looping around twice, pulling the needle through. Alright, so what I'm doing is flipping those bundles over and try to get up close as possible, and then I put a T-pin. It's going pretty fast, but like I said, you guys will kind of get the notion of it. So under, wrap, wrap, wrap. I did 3 times, pull through. Just because it is a flip over, I just wanted to secure that extra little space where I am flipping the bundle over. So again, normal thing. Under the tracks, wrap around twice, pull through. And I'm gonna just let this play until we get up higher on these wig cap. Alright, so now we're up higher and we're just doing the same thing. Just looping and threading, looping and threading. And I'm following those lines that I made across this mesh dome cap. I did say wig cap, but it is a dome cap and it's mesh, as you guys saw in the beginning. But it's a fairly simple process making this wig. It just takes time. I think it took me about like 3 hours to make this wig, but I was kind of being lazy. So it took me a little longer. I did like end up finishing it in the morning the next day because I was just like watching movies, being a girl. But like I said, this is very easy to do. And I honestly think I'm probably going to start back making wigs because when you make your own wigs, you have the choice to make it full or thin. A lot of these wig companies, which some are good, but a lot of them give you about like 180 density. That's just how full the hair is. And when you make your own wig, you can make it fuller or you can make it not as full. So I think that's a benefit of making your own wigs. And yeah, so right now, like I said, we're just getting closer and closer. I am sewing these bundles horizontally. I'm just matching that guideline that I drew out with that white pencil. So we're almost at the top. Alrighty. Okay, so now, like I said, where these lines start going vertical. I could have made it a little bit shorter right where that black band started, but this is my first time making a half wig, so I kind of just did my best, and in the end, it still worked out. So, like I said before, just follow those lines that you drew and it will just start coming together. Now, I will tell you the truth. My camera did die during making this video. So, like, I'm going to show you how close that I got to the tracks. And then when we style my hair, I'll show you, like, kind of how the wig looks. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when I start styling the hair. All right, so like I said, we're at the top and this is where my camera dies. I'm sorry. But this is how the wig looks. You see how full it is? And the inside is very neat. And don't judge my hair because we're about to sew this wig on my head. So we're just clipping the curls back. And I'm looking for my thread and needle, the same one that I used to sew the wig on. I'm just clipping that hair back so I won't like be sewing the fake hair down. So there's the needle. And I'm just gonna go along and sew on this perimeter line I have right after my leave out. Alright, so I'm just sewing it and I'm trying to do the same thing of wrapping that needle around with the thread twice and then pulling. Now, you guys don't have to sew your wigs on. You can sew wig clips or wig combs to it, but I didn't have any of that at home. And honestly, I like having my wig sewn on just because I don't have to worry about it moving. And sometimes I don't want to just, yeah, it's easy to take your wig on and off at night, but some days it's just cool to keep it on. Just, you'll see how I do it when it's time to go to bed. But yeah, so I'm doing the same thing. It's kind of hard to see, but I have that anchor braid and I'm just sewing, putting that needle under the braid and pulling it through the cap. Alright, so now the wig is sewn on and I'm just taking my hot comb and I'm just combing the hair through, my natural hair through. And I was in a rush. So usually I would take my time and really just try to get it as smooth and straight as possible. But also, since this is curly hair, my texture doesn't really need to be super, super sleek. So just keep that in mind. So now I am breaking my leave out into pieces, taking this curling iron. Now, this thing gave me the blues. I took my hair, wrapped it. Well, no, I didn't. I curled it like I would. Okay, what am I doing? All right. I take the hair, I put my hair through the clamp and wrap it around like I would a wand. Close it and twist it. Now, I I curl it, right? Somehow the clamp got it broke. The clamp broke. Like, and I knew right then and there I should have stopped using it, but I was in a rush and I had somewhere to go. And I show you guys that it just broke. So I end up using it like a wand and just curling the hair around the rod, I guess that's what you can call it. And honestly, at that moment, I should have just left that wand alone and got my other one. But as you can see, I just keep taking small pieces of my hair and wrapping it around the wand. All right, so I'm back, and I remember I told you guys that I should have got rid of that wand as soon as I it broke on me. You see, I just burnt my face right there. I just burnt my face. I just burnt my face. Oh my gosh. It hurted so bad and it happened so quickly. But then I was like, you know what? I still have somewhere to go. So I just continued and I just curled my hair. But I try to be more careful. So don't be like me and burn your face with a broke curling iron just to get a look. Like, beauty is the real deal pain. Like, OMG. Okay, now all the pieces are curled and it's time to do the baby hair. And like I said, I had just burnt my face. So I needed something cold on my face to soothe it. And I'm just going in with my edge control and just swooping my baby hairs. I'm not the best at baby hairs, but I know how to do a little something, something to get by. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. I only really learned how to start doing my baby hairs when I was like 21. And that was because my cousin, she used to do my baby hair all the time when we would go out to the club or something. And so I can only do a little bit. I can't do like the baby hair designs, but you know, it works. It works. It works. It works. Okay, now this is when the hair starts coming to life. I'm flipping it over to one side, seeing how I like it, flipping it over to another side, seeing if I like it. And then I think I end up going on this side, and then I'm just taking my natural hair and just twisting it in with the fake hair to kind of just like camouflage it a bit. And I'm just really loving it. I love how full it is. Like I said, just camouflage that in there. Because the closer you sew it to your hairline, the more full it will be. Because I kind of have like thin edges, but we're not going to talk about that right now because it looks good. You can't tell I have thin edges. And I'm just keep saying I have thin edges, like just telling myself, like, OMG. But yeah, so now it's that later that night and I am tired. And so this is what I originally wanted to do was I just sprayed my hair with a little water and I took a piece of the weave and my real hair and I wrapped it with a perm rod. This was what I originally was going to do if I had finished my hair the night prior so I wouldn't have to put heat on my hair. But it works if you don't want to put heat in your hair. I use perm rods or I'll use um, some foam rollers. Lately, I've been using the foam rollers, but either or works. Like I said, I just sprayed my hair with water, and now I'm putting some mousse in my hair, and I'm just taking that piece of weave and just curling it with the perm rod. All right, so the hair is all perm rotted up, and what I'm doing now, I'm about to what I'm about to do. I'm about to spray the hair with water and conditioner, and I do this every night. And I take my detangling brush and I brush it out, and then I put it in twist. You can put it in twist, you can put it in braids, but this way it helps not getting knotted up when you're sleeping. So it is like a bit of a process, but if you don't want to be taking your wig on and off at night, this is your best bet, especially with curly hair. Now, straight hair, you can put like flexi rods in it, you can put rollers, but at the end of the day, I don't want my hair to be getting matted up while I sleep, even though I will be wearing a bonnet. So, this is what I do to maintain the hair on the wig. Okay, so it's the next morning. You see that burn on my face? Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. So it's the next day. I'm taking the bonnet off and I am just about to take everything out and show you guys how it looks with the perm rod instead of like using a heat tool. All right, so the perm rods are out. I'm just like mixing the hair in and just be light with it because you really don't want your hair to get frizzy. But I'm really just, like I said, just pulling those curls apart. And I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to wear my hair this time. And I'm fluffing the hair out. That's why my head is forward. I'm just trying to, like, do something, make it a little bit more full in a sense because we did twist it up that night. And I'm just playing with the hair, seeing which way I want it to lay. But let me know in the comments, do you guys prefer the wanded look or do you guys prefer the perm rod look? And thank you for watching my video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I really want to, I have a goal and we're a small community, but I really want to hit 50 subscribers. Right now I'm just kind of stuck at 48, and I know it's just like a small request, but if you guys are really my homegirls and homeboys, y'all would like subscribe instead of just watch, or give me some tips in the comments of how I could have made this video better because it is my first time making a video. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next week for another video.